live.
Yo.
How is everybody doing? Welcome to Reform Nerd.
You gotta get in the camera, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna hang out. Man. I want people to see me.
Let us know how the audio is, just to make sure that we're good.
Seriously. And if you can't hear us, welcome to Reform Nerd, where Bible clashes with anime and life and a whole bunch of other different things. You know, two dudes just coming in and talking about God and other stuff as life goes on.
Trying to, right?
I know, right?
Give us 1 second. We just gotta get.
So the people are saying that audio is good right now.
Nice.
I see Aime, Rafi, and Joners in the chat. What's up,
Welcome. As I scramble through, I messed up the. We usually have another window with the chat that we can see what you guys are doing, and
it's all good.
Just clicking around messed it up, but
you're not Jesus, bro, so it's all right. You get a pass.
Do I?
Yeah, why not?
Well, hopefully everybody's having a good start of their week.
You know, we just got over Thanksgiving. Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, I'm like on a extreme diet.
Yep.
Make sure that I don't get overly obese, I guess.
You're telling me, right?
What you mean? What is it, 15?
15,
something like that?
Right now. I need another 15 to be at a better spot right now.
You're going to disappear, bro.
Nah, I don't think I'm going to disappear, but I think, trying to get healthy. I'm trying to be like Jonah when I grow up.
Jonah's killing the game, bro.
Hey, man, it's happening when you're in the military.
That's right. Get a free pass on life.
I don't know about that.
The government takes care of you. That's what it is. They like pump you with like that American Captain really? American.
Oh, the super serum?
Captain America super serum.
Yeah, Jonah didn't get that one.
Oh, dang. What you trying to say? What you trying to say, bro?
Nah, man, it's about us taking care of ourselves, man. Being, self-reliant. Bro.
Gotcha. Well, guys, this chat thing is taking a while, so I may have to go without it and just pull it on the other side. But without it and just... Anyways, today we're going to be talking about becoming like God. And we're going to be using our boy Vegeta as a reference. So we got a video up. We're going to be talking about Vegeta, his kind of like desire. He doesn't want to be like God, but,
What do you mean he doesn't want to be like
He wants to be like Goku. He wants to be better than Goku. He wants to replace Goku.
This guy has a very strict obsession with just being the best at everything.
Is that what it means to be God?
No, but I mean, like, it's part of it, right? Like, when in Dragon Ball Z, you see him speak to, like, divine beings, like, as if they're nothing. Like, the only person he was really afraid of was Beerus when he's first introduced, and then after the fact, he's like doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, but that's because they're not real gods.
Beerus can haki him like nothing.
Let me ask you something: is the angels and gods of destructions and all that, are they like considered legit like deities, like a god, or is it just like a name that they've gotten because they're so powerful?
No, they're like legit deities. Remember, haki, that move that Goku learned also.
Okay, haki, that
eliminates you from existence. It's not like a beam attack.
That's from One Piece, isn't it?
Haki is in One Piece, but Goku uses it
pretty sure, bro.
Against Zamuza.
Did they just like copy it? I don't know. You're getting into the manga. I haven't seen that.
No,
See,
what do you mean the manga, dude? This is Goku Black right
here. Look, you put haki and it's all One Piece.
Look, now
just saying. Nah. Anyways, but we're getting off topic. Stop it, Andy. So today we're gonna be looking at Vegeta, and we have a Majin Buu section here that we want to go over with you guys, and then we're actually gonna be looking at Genesis as well. So stay tuned for it. Let me put it to 2x speed so I don't get hit with a strike.
You're going to OT, huh? Okay.
So let me bring down the volume because we're gonna be talking through most of it. But anyway, so Vegeta shows up. He's Majin Vegeta now. And
the second sickest form of Vegeta.
And he's out here. He like destroyed Did he actually kill people?
Oh, 100%.
Like in the did he like when he destroyed that he killed?
Yeah, dude, he annihilated a bunch of people.
Okay.
See that whole crater behind Goku?
Yeah. I didn't remember if it was like empty or if he actually like killed them.
He said just beam attack, baby.
So this is like one of the maddest that we've ever seen. Goku, he's like, the King Kai gets in the way. He's like, no, don't fight Vegeta here, blah blah. And then Goku's like,
this is when Goku activates his
Goku,
blood.
Goku's like, get out the way, bro. I'm about to blow you and Vegeta. So he moves, and then they go to an isolated location and they start fighting. But I want to show you guys a quick part here. Oh, so Vegeta, for those of you that don't know and are heathens, he he sold his soul to the devil, if you will, right? He wanted more power, so he went to this worm-looking thing, and he's like, "Hey, you can take over my mind as long as you give me power," because he wants to overcome Goku. So he basically sells his soul to the devil for his desires in order to become stronger and be able to fight Goku. And as we go through about halfway here, Vegeta starts confessing his love for Goku. I'm just kidding. But he starts talking to Goku about how ever since they met, like, he used to be the greatest, the most powerful. And ever since he met Goku, he's been like, his shadow. And he's been like overcoming him, and that's been pissing him off. And then he's like, I'm done. And that's why he sold his soul to the devil. And then there's this big epic fight between Goku and Vegeta, who sold his soul to the devil, basically, for power, to be better than Goku.
Yes.
So, that was actually one of the most redeeming qualities of the Buu saga, I think.
The fact that he sold himself and then at the end he completely turns on his new master and becomes good again?
I think it's like one of the like story arcs within the actual saga that actually worked for me. I think there's a lot of crap in it.
Dude,
that I was like,
Buu saga was cool.
Nah, dude. Like, when was the last time that you watched the Buu saga? It's like It's like unnecessarily long for no reason.
Because there's mad filler.
Too many like things going on that nobody cares about. And then, but I'm saying
amazing character development of Vegeta.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's one of the good parts of the actual saga itself.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is a time where we see Vegeta's ego, wanting to be Goku, get the best of him. He sells his mind, if you will. Although I don't think he ever like really planned on like letting him control him.
I mean, Vegeta's Vegeta, right?
Yeah.
He it's like how he says it. So like in the show, he talks about how he used to be, like Manny said, ruthless and all this, and he wanted to return back to that ruthless nature so he can become powerful. Like, he comes from a race of people who are warriors and all they do is fight and all these different things. So for him, it was like he lost the sense of what he truly was and who he was.
Yeah.
And that's why, he turned down this way to kind of go back to the whole, well, I'm going to do whatever I can to get as much power as possible.
So he found Jesus once, and then he gave him up for it.
Well, then he found him again afterwards. He backslid, and then he came back.
Oh, man. Yo, you're always trying to start trouble, dude. You're always trying to start trouble. Trying to start trouble here. But anyways, guys, so today we want to talk a little bit about Genesis and the actual Genesis story and how this correlates a bit with what happened here with Vegeta. And we're going to talk about like the real reason why our downfall happened, right, with Adam and Eve. It was because we wanted to be like God or even better than God, right?
Yeah.
Jonah says here, Buu should have died. The fact that he survived, that makes me mad. Which one? Makes Vegeta sacrifice. Oh, yeah, when he blew him up. Yeah, that was a little...
make him pointless. It shows how powerful of a being he is.
It was a little sus, though. Like, I mean, even in death, Vegeta can't get a win, bro. Even in death.
Of course not. But that's because of Akira Toriyama, man, like, at this point.
He said, like, he hates Vegeta, right?
I don't know if he said he hates him. I don't think so.
Oh, no, wait. Who is it that he hates? There's somebody that he said that he doesn't.
I mean, there's a lot of characters he hates because he forgets about people.
Oh, yeah, but I'm look it up on the phone. I think there was somebody he actually said that he doesn't like. It might have been Vegeta. which wouldn't surprise me. But anyways, guys, so let's talk about Genesis for a little bit. So in Genesis, we have the good old story of Adam and Eve and how womankind pretty much screwed it up for everybody. Just kidding. But, in a way, a little bit, they initiated. But ultimately, Adam, let it be known, Adam is the one held responsible, because when God is looking to see what happened, he goes to Adam first. But the first verses that we want to bring up are here in Genesis chapter 3. So let me put them on the screen for you guys.
And real quick, apparently Vegeta is his least favorite character.
Ah, well, there you go. That explains
it.
But
the difference between least and hating. Big difference.
Tit for tat. Tomato.
Well, Han says even that he hates Gohan, too. And Goku fans.
All right, so check this out. The New Living Translation, Genesis 3, 1 through 6, it says, "The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made. One day he asked the woman, 'Did God really say you must not eat from the fruit? You must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden?' 'Of course we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden,' the woman replied. 'It's only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden that we are not allowed to eat. God said, you must not eat it.'" Did I lose my spot?
You must not eat it or even touch it. If you do, you will die.
You will die. Yeah.
Verse 4.
"You won't die," the serpent replied to the woman. "God knows that your eyes will be opened as soon as you eat it, and you will be like God, knowing both good and evil." And then 6 says, "The woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious, and she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it as well." One thing that's interesting, so I hadn't read the New Living Translation. I read it from I think it was the NIV. Do you really think that that's what she desired, the wisdom of God? Because I think it's like, right, the New Living Translation is more like thought for thought, so they're kind of adding a little bit. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think that's what she desired, the wisdom of God?
I think she was just very naive, and then to think that how, like Satan says, "Oh, you can be like God," I think that just sparked the curiosity. I think she was just walking around like, "Yo, living life is perfect," and Satan's like, "Yo, do you want to be like God though? Like, what's up? Like it could be even better."
Yeah, but that's such an interesting thought, right? Like, they wanted nothing, right, in the Garden of Eden. They had everything that they could ever ask for, right? They had all the food they could ever want. They had health. And yet, this one thing where the serpent just says, "You can be like God," and she was just like, "Yes.
Exactly.
I want that."
Well,
why? What do you think that is?
I mean, they got to see God first hand in hand, right? So, like, to hear, like, "Oh, well, we created you and we made you," and, to see God, like, do all that, see just God perfectly work and set them up and give them whatever they wanted. I think that's just really it. Like, even though Adam and Eve was perfect, and, when we get to heaven, if we are believers in Jesus Christ, we'll be perfect, but there's still going to be limitations to us. We're not going to be able to do everything that God can do. So I could assume seeing God work has kind of just been like, "Yo, I want to do that too."
So the serpent says that you'll be like God, knowing
good and evil.
Yeah. So, I mean, that part, it was true. Like, he didn't lie about that. So what do you think the lie really was?
To be like God.
That was the lie? That wasn't the lie.
Yeah, I think it's very deceptive, because he knew they weren't exactly going to be like God, right? I think it's kind of it's one of those like half truths, right? Like a half truth is still a lie.
I don't know, because he says you'll be like God, knowing good and evil. So he kind of clarifies what he means by that. The lie is the dying piece, right? Because God said you will surely die if you eat from the fruit, and he said you will not die.
Exactly. But again, that's a half truth. Technically, they didn't die right there on the spot.
But they would know death.
Yeah, they died years and years later.
One of the interesting things about this this story that I didn't realize for a long time is the process of how this happens and how the serpent actually tempts Eve. And it's a lot like Vegeta in a way, where like if you look at it, the Bible tells us that she saw that it was good and it was good to eat.
Yeah,
so like
pleasing to her.
It was pleasing to her eyes. So like the first thing that attracted her to the fruit was how it looked, like in her eyes. Like that's where it all really started for her, and then it went downhill because that's what caused her to actually contemplate, like, oh man, like this actually looks.
Yeah, it looks this
looks kind of good.
Like I get to get some secret hidden knowledge off of it, because that's another thing too, right? Like us as humans, we always want to be able to access this secret knowledge that we think nobody else has, or we want to be the first to do everything. So
yeah, I try to put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, man, like you having all this stuff, like why would you having all of the stuff that you have, why would you ruin that for yourself, or why would you want to ruin it just to be like God? Like I get, to be honest, like I get why people, and we're gonna get into this a little bit later, like why people want to be gods right today, or they want to be like God. The Bible talks about people creating their own images, right? Creating their own gods. So I get it today because we're lacking so much, right? We're lacking so many things because of what happened, right? So, but them having access to all the things that they had, I don't get why you would just like throw it all away. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, the grass always looks green on the other side, and then when you actually go, it's like, ooh. It's like when you go and get like another job, right? Like you think you're gonna go to a better place, and then when you actually get there, it's like, oh, I'm making maybe a little bit more. Oh, we got a no audio comment right there. Really? What about now? Is there any audio now?
No, there should be audio because we haven't really changed. There's audio.
Yeah, this wife says
you might need to bring up your mic.
Maybe.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just that idea of, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to this other job, get paid maybe 5 or 10K more, and then it's like, oh, this is like a lot worse than what I thought it was, or I'm working significantly harder than what I was expecting to. Like Han says in the chat, right? It's that FOMO. How many people here have actually had FOMO, and you know they were afraid of missing out, so they go and take the opportunity, and then they actually regretted it.
Yeah, I think it's like having the wrong motives. Like you can really see how far it can bring you. Like think of Vegeta, for example. Like ever since he met Goku, you know what I mean? Like he had the wrong focus. And I think in Super, in the manga, I think they fix it a little bit where he goes off and does his own thing. But like for so long, he just wanted to be Goku. Like that's the only reason why he trained. That's the reason why he let Babidi take control of his brain. I mean, of his thoughts and all this stuff.
But think about it though, right? Like this dude was raised to be, like, he is literally the prince of his race of people. He, for the longest time, has always been told that he's perfect, that he's great, that he's going to achieve all these amazing things. And then you get a dude who is an underdog at that time, and he becomes something greater than him. Like, of course he's going to be pissed. Of course he's going to want to try and beat him, because he wants to live up to the standards that were put into him for, like, the longest time. Yeah, Hans hit it right there. Coveting. He's coveting Goku because Goku has the things that he feels like he should have had.
But if you look at Goku, right, the inverse, like he just enjoys the thrill of a fight, right?
Yeah,
in getting better, and that's more of limitless aspiration, if you will, because so Vegeta's direct inspiration is, I want to be Goku.
Yes.
So then after Goku, he's gonna be empty, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Goku is just like the thrill of the fight. So there's always going to be an endless journey for him.
Yes.
Right? And I think that, and you know, we'll get into this a little bit, but that's part of, you know, humanity's downfall, like this short-term mentality that we have. And that's what happened with Adam and Eve. They didn't recognize how good they had it, the blessings that they had, and yet she had the wrong focus, and also did Adam, right? Yeah. They saw the abundantness that they had. Is that even a word? Abundantness?
Abundant. Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, they saw how much they had, and they still looked at the things that they could not, that they could not have.
Yeah. But we all do that. We always want more. We want a bigger house. We want a newer car. We want, the latest cell phones.
But these people had Jesus. I mean, these people had God in like their midst. They had it all, bro.
They did.
They had it all.
But they succumbed to sin, man.
The funny thing is that the devil tempts humanity with the same thing that he himself wants. And I want you to read these verses.
Romans 12, 21 to 25.
Here we go. No, Isaiah. Isaiah is what we're going to read. Check this out, guys. This is pretty crazy. And it's pretty funny, too. So basically, in a lot of ways, when Jesus calls, says that you're either with me or against me, or like you're either with me or you're with the devil, like it's so true, because this is the same thing that was a downfall for the devil, is the same thing that he tempted us and was a downfall for us.
Let's see. So Isaiah 14, 12 to 14. Oh, how you are fallen from heaven, O shining star, son of the morning. You have been thrown down to the earth, you who destroy the nations of the world. For you said to yourself, I will ascend to heaven and set my throne above God's stars. I will preside on the mountain of the gods, far away in the north. I will climb to the highest heavens and be like the Most High.
So here,
Yep.
clearly we see that the devil, when he was an angel, he just wasn't satisfied with his status.
Nope.
And he wanted to be even greater than God. And that was his downfall. The same thing that happened to us in the Garden of Eden.
It's pride, man. We want to